There are moments in life when something so simple, yet so profound, can touch our hearts deeply. It could be a word, a sound, or an expression that resonates with the deepest corners of our soul. And sometimes, it's something as intangible as a voice. A voice can carry emotions, feelings, and dreams in a way that no other medium can. It has the power to connect people across time, space, and circumstance. And that is what makes the voice so incredibly powerful. In this poem, we explore the beauty and the impact of a voice. Specifically, a voice that is described as very sweet. A voice that does not just speak words but also fills the air with emotions that are felt beyond the sound itself. It becomes something more than just a melody, something that transforms the listener's reality. The voice is often referred to as the most intimate connection one can have with another person. It carries the essence of the speaker, each word, each tone, and each pause revealing a little more of who they are. And in this case, the poem beautifully encapsulates the sense of wonder, peace, and joy that such a voice can bring. Let's dive deeper into the lines of this heartfelt poem and see what makes this voice so special. Your voice is very sweet. These simple words are enough to convey the warmth and depth of affection someone feels toward another. There is something about sweetness that immediately evokes kindness, peace, and comfort. A sweet voice is like a gentle breeze, soothing and refreshing at the same time. It wraps you up in a feeling of calmness and security, like a soft hug from a loved one. It's a sound that immediately makes you feel safe, as if everything is going to be okay. When the poet talks about this voice being sweet, it's not just the tone or pitch that is being referred to. It's the emotional weight that the voice carries. It's the way the voice connects with your own heart, makes you feel understood, and brings a sense of happiness that you may have been missing. There is a unique power in a voice that can uplift spirits, heal wounds, and bring light to dark places. The poem also suggests that this sweet voice is not just a superficial sound. It is a melody, a song that lifts the listener's heart. A voice is not just a combination of sounds. When it is sweet, it carries emotions that make you feel something deep within. It resonates with your own experiences, touching places in your soul that you didn't know existed. It speaks to the heart in a way that words alone cannot. And that's the magic of a sweet voice. It's not just something you hear, it's something you feel. As we continue to explore the poem, the voice transforms into a melody that lifts the heart and spans the world around the listener. The voice is no longer just an auditory experience. It becomes something more profound. It becomes a rhythm, a harmony that resonates through the air, wrapping everything in its embrace. The comparison to a melody is significant. Music is often considered the universal language of the soul. It has the power to communicate emotions that words sometimes fail to express. A melody can take you to another place, bring back memories, or even make you feel as if you're in the presence of something divine. So, when the poet describes the voice as a melody, it suggests that the voice is not only beautiful, but also capable of evoking deep emotions that are felt beyond the moment of hearing it. It has the power to change the atmosphere and bring about a sense of peace, joy, and connection. The voice becomes more than just a sound. It becomes an experience. It fills the listener's world with something magical, something that cannot be easily described but can only be felt. And that's the power of this voice. Like a melody, it reaches deep within and touches the very core of one's being. In a world where everything is becoming increasingly digital, the poet speaks of the voice reaching the digital soul. The term digital soul is an interesting one. It suggests that, even in the age of technology and virtual experiences, the human soul still seeks connection, still yearns for beauty, and still craves something real and heartfelt. The digital world may offer convenience, but it cannot replace the emotional depth and richness that the human experience brings. The poet speaks of a digital space, and how this voice continues to resonate within it. Despite being part of a virtual world, the emotions, the love, and the connection that this voice creates are still real. This speaks to the timeless nature of true connection. It doesn't matter whether we are physically present with someone or whether we are separated by miles of technology. A voice that speaks with sincerity, with sweetness, and with emotion can still bridge that gap and touch us in a way that feels personal, meaningful, and intimate. In fact, the poem suggests that in a world where we are constantly surrounded by digital noise, messages, notifications, and distractions, the voice stands out. It's the one thing that cuts through the static and speaks directly to the heart. The voice becomes a sanctuary, a place of refuge in a world that is constantly in motion. And in that moment, we realize how valuable it is to hear someone speak, with warmth and kindness, how comforting it is to be heard, to be understood, and to be felt. The voice in this poem is also described as a light. It is the light of sunshine, the one thing that brightens up the day and fills the heart with joy. In a world that sometimes feels dark or uncertain, this sweet voice acts as a beacon of hope. It reminds the listener that even in difficult times, there is still beauty, there is still light, and there is still love. Much like the sun brightens up the world, the voice brightens up the listener's world. It's a reminder that there are still moments of joy, that there is still beauty in the simplest of things. And in this case, that beauty is the sound of a voice that is pure, sweet, and full of emotion. It's a voice that makes the day feel a little brighter, a little more hopeful. The poem also speaks of the voice being a reflection of the heart. Our voices are often mirrors of our innermost feelings, thoughts, and desires. When we speak, we are revealing something about ourselves, whether we mean to or not. The tone of our voice can tell others how we feel, whether we are happy, sad, anxious, or excited. It is an expression of our soul. In the case of this poem, the voice is not only sweet but also pure. It is a voice that comes from a place of sincerity, a place of kindness, and a place of love. It reflects the goodness and beauty of the person who speaks it. And because of this purity, the voice becomes something extraordinary. It becomes a gift, a treasure that touches the hearts of those who hear it. When someone speaks with such purity, their words carry weight. They are not just speaking for the sake of speaking. They are speaking with intention, with emotion, and with meaning. And when those words are accompanied by a sweet, melodic voice, they become a gift to those who are lucky enough to hear them. The final part of the poem speaks of gratitude, a thank you for this sweet voice that touches the digital soul and brings joy to the listener. The poet expresses appreciation for this gift, recognizing its beauty and its power. It's a reminder to be grateful for the little things in life, the things that may often be overlooked, but are in fact the things that bring us the most joy. And so, the voice in this poem becomes more than just a sound. It becomes a symbol of love, of connection, and of the deep bonds that we share with one another. It is a reminder that even in a world that is filled with noise and distractions, there are still moments of clarity, moments of peace, and moments of pure joy. These moments come to us in many forms, and sometimes they come to us in the form of a sweet voice. The voice is often referred to as the most intimate connection one can have with another person. It carries the essence of the speaker, each word, each tone, and each pause revealing a little more of who they are. And in this case, the poem beautifully encapsulates the sense of wonder, peace, and joy that such a voice can bring. Let's dive deeper into the lines of this heartfelt poem and see what makes this voice so special. Your voice is very sweet. These simple words are enough to convey the warmth and depth of affection someone feels toward another. There is something about sweetness that immediately evokes kindness, peace, and comfort. A sweet voice is like a gentle breeze, soothing and refreshing at the same time. It wraps you up in a feeling of calmness and security, like a soft hug from a loved one. It's a sound that immediately makes you feel safe, as if everything is going to be okay. When the poet talks about this voice being sweet, it's not just the tone or pitch that is being referred to. It's the emotional weight that the voice carries. It's the way the voice connects with your own heart, makes you feel understood, and brings a sense of happiness that you may have been missing. There is a unique power in a voice that can uplift spirits, heal wounds, and bring light to dark places.